are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So Cardi B teases her new documentary that will be coming out very soon. So let's take a listen to what Cardi B had to say.
I'm recording right now I'm not recording what I'm doing right now. I'm recording every day from the moment I wake up to the moment practically that I go to sleep. Well, not till I go to sleep all the time.
So that was Cardi B on Spaces saying that she has been recording, and it's not just for music because the album is done. She is doing a documentary, and her publicist, Patience, went on to the Breakfast Club and said that Cardi B will be doing TV.
She is segueing into TV and film this year. And next year, we're working on a few different projects, pulling her talents over to the TV and film side, and even the, an executive producer side.
And I'm filming everything too.
Now, you guys are probably wondering, what is Cardi B's documentary going to be about? Well, she is filming the process of her album, okay? Coming back after a 10-year hiatus, a 7-year hiatus. Maybe she will do a DNA test for her fourth child, which, allegedly she is pregnant. And with that being said, a lot of people are wondering who the father is. So she's definitely going to be talking about the divorce with Off the Cheat, and then also her new boo, Stefan Diddy, who allegedly is the father of her new child, and how it is to be divorced and pregnant with another man's baby. That would be a good topic to discuss. A lot of people want to know about that, okay? Also, she will be discussing how y'all don't take her seriously as a rapper. Okay, she definitely will be discussing imaginary faces flopping on the charts and how you guys trashed her for the record. She will be discussing her #1 album. Allegedly, it has already been told to Titanic Records and Cardi B that she will be going #1. That's why she was honored at Billboard. So, she got a few topics to discuss. Am I going to watch the documentary? Probably not. I didn't watch Megan's like that, to be quite honest. Okay? I saw the clips online. I don't really like watching documentaries unless it's a Queen Bee documentary. I think Kanye West, he put out a good documentary years ago. If Nicki put out her documentary, I definitely would watch it. But anybody else, I'll pass. Now, moving on from that, Ice Spice and Scratch Off are getting exposed. Fans are saying that they are faking the funk and that they're not as cool as they're trying to portray. Now, if you guys paid attention, yesterday they went on Kai Cenat's stream. I definitely did not watch because I do not care for Kai Cenat. But with that being said, fans noticed that there's still some tension. A fan said Ice Spice and Scratch Off just wanted to have a viral moment. They don't give an F about each other. And another fan said the way you can tell Ice Spice and Scratch Off low-key don't F with each other still, okay? So fans are noticing that despite them collaborating, they really are not friends, okay? Which is usually how the industry goes. Let's just be very honest. A lot of these people do not like each other. And like I said before, No Spice and Scratch Off, they would never have collaborated with each other if they both weren't flopping. That's the only reason why they're working together. They both don't have a relationship with Nicki Minaj, and they both are flopping. So they're like, why not? It's going to cause controversy. We're going to chart. We barely chart by ourselves. Ice Spice put out a whole album last year, and the album basically flopped, okay? Same thing with Scratch Off. I feel like her album is supposed to be her third or fourth album, and Sugar Honey Piss Tea did jack squat first week. I think it did like 27,000 or 29,000 first week. For your third album, that's not that great. Let's be very clear. That's considered a flop. So that's why they're teaming up. And artists have done that before. Brandy and Monica, they realize that they're stronger together than they are by themselves. And that's why they're currently on tour. So with that being said, a lot of artists move like that. And I think, it's not gag worthy. Like, nobody cares really about this scratch off and No Spice collaboration. The song is okay. It's not that great. But I think the only other collaborations that people would really gag over is if Cardi and Nicki Minaj do a collaboration, that's instantly going number one. If Rihanna and Beyonce do a collaboration, they don't fuck with each other. If they do that, that's going number one. And I know this will never happen, but if Champagne Thickums and Kendrick do a song together, which I highly doubt will happen, that would definitely go number one. But that's the only 3 collaborations that the general public really care about. I don't think that the general public cares about this collaboration at all. Now, speaking of joining forces and putting the beef aside for female rap unity, JT and Gorilla Glue, who used to be beefing, they got a collaboration in the stash, and they are joining forces after, they was beefing, a year or 2 ago? And now they are going to be putting out a record together, allegedly next year or the end of this year. So it looks like female rap unity is coming back. Let me know how y'all feel about it. And who else should put the beef aside in female rap or in rap in general and do records together, okay? I would like to see Gunna Wanna and Lil Baby do something. I think Thug is trash, but I think Gunna Wanna was definitely helping Lil Baby at one moment in time and writing for him. So I definitely think that they should do something together. I would love if, who else? Kendrick and Nicki would do something together. I know she has issue with SZA, but I would love if Nicki and Kendrick did something together. As for female rappers, I don't know if I care for another female rap collaboration other than maybe Doja and Nicki. Other than that, I don't really think I care. Okay, but let me know how y'all feel about that. Now, Cardi B
is really hard
seemingly goes off on fans and podcasters that have been dragging her and calling her out for being pregnant and divorced.
For anybody that have any questions, any doubts, any this about me, I was married for 7 years and y'all never heard no bullshit on me fucking anybody. I've never been the type of person. I've never been the type of bitch to fuck 2 niggas at the same time neither. You know what? This is why sometimes everybody always be like, don't address rumors, don't address shit. But ever since every motherfucker is spreading that rumor that I fucked niggas while I was pregnant, which wrong, lies. Oh, she doing this, she doing that. Stop putting my name with you don't see me with. Stop putting my name with niggas I don't fuck with and I don't like. Stop doing that. Stop talking about my pussy. Stop talking about my body. Stop talking about what I got going on.
So let me know how y'all feel about that. Here's my thing with Cardi B. You do it to yourself. You got knocked up. Obviously, people are going to have questions who the father of your child is and whether it overlaps with your prior relationship because you never gave that coochie a rest. People that could never be single or hop from D to D are not mentally stable, okay? That is codependency, and you're very codependent on other men, and it's obvious. And then also, you're not above criticism. She likes to be praised all the time, and that's why she's really mad because people aren't praising her. Now, moving on from that, Luther is the best-selling song by total units this year so far in the U.S., according to chart data and Billboard. So let me know how y'all feel about that. I think Luther is definitely winning a Grammy. Kung Fu Kenny is definitely snatching hella Grammys next year. Okay? A lot of y'all ain't ready, but Luther definitely winning a Grammy for something. It may not win for Song of the Year or anything like that, even though Not Like Us won for, I think, Record of the Year or Song of the Year is one of the two. It won in that category. But I definitely feel like Luther is going to win in the R&B category, melodic rap category. It definitely is going to win something because it was one of the biggest records here. And these artists, a lot of them be putting out trash. I mean, I feel as though we really don't got a song of the summer or the song of the year like that. Like, you know, I like Jealous Type, but I don't know if you would qualify it as song of the summer. You know, I like it personally, but I feel like the general public don't like the record. Like, y'all sleeping on Doja Cat. Y'all don't mess with Doja no more. So now she flopping. It's just like, y'all switched up. Y'all switched up on Doja Cat and a lot of these artists. And, you know, now most of these artists are flopping, even the ones that shouldn't be. Now, Doja Cat talks about her album Scarlet on a new interview with the New York Times. She said not to diminish it, but it was a bit of like, I just need to get this out. It was a massive fart for me. She said of her attempt to be taken more seriously as a rapper. She said, I thought fixing that would entail making music that was more visceral or more emotional or maybe more angry or more sad, and I enjoyed performing it on stage, but it didn't get me all the way there, so I want to return back to what I know. Oh, Doja Cat, please shut up. Stop it. Oh my goodness, I gotta give you 50,000 lashings. Because didn't you say that you were tired of making cash cow music? Didn't you say that? The only reason why you want to return back to your roots because Scarlet wasn't selling like that. Scarlet was your flop era. But it seems as though you technically still flopping. In my opinion, I feel like Jealous Type, I love that record, but the fans are off you because of your racist antics, okay? But let's not act like the reason why you're returning back to your pop rap era is because, you know, it completes you or you love making that music. You know where the money resides. You know where the budget resides. That's the only reason why you're doing this. So I need you to stop acting like you did not just diss Planet Her when you was in your Scarlet era. Okay? So sit down, Doja Cat. I'm not falling for the antics. Now, moving on from that, it looks like Gorilla Glue might have a grudge because she unfollowed Mariah the Scientist, even though Duggar did apologize publicly after he got exposed for calling her ugly and keying on the phone to his girl, Mariah the Scientist. And if you guys remember, Mariah the Scientist and Gorilla Glue have performed together. And fans were calling Mariah the Scientist fake for smiling in Gorilla Glue's face, but then talking behind her back. So let me know how y'all feel about this. In my opinion, I just feel like industry is fake in general. All of them really don't really mess with each other. And I think that Doug probably had slid in Gorilla Glue's DMs or tried to holler at her. And because she rejected him in some way, shape, or form, because let's just be honest, Young Thug is ugly. And even though Gorilla Glue ain't the cutest, she is probably sleeping with better looking men than Young Thug. Okay? Even the one she got now is better looking than Young Thug. So at the end of the day, she has money. She don't really need to sleep with Young Thug. And she probably got a higher self-esteem than Mariah the Scientist. I think Mariah the Scientist has very low self-esteem. I mean, first she let Little Twizzler hair, aka Lil Yachty, play in her face. And Young Thug was cheating on Mariah the Scientist while he was in jail. He had pictures of his exes and all the girls he slept with on his jail cell wall, and she did nothing, okay? Plus, recently at the EBT Awards, he yanked her by her tracks, and she didn't even do nothing. She just wanted to do an interview, and he was pulling her like he was Ike, and she was Tina. So to be quite honest, I think she has very low self-esteem, and he probably slid in Gorilla Glue's DMs. She probably questioned Young Thug about it, and that's why he started calling her ugly. But I definitely 100% believe he would smash Gorilla Glue. Now, Young Thug is also receiving another 50,000 lashings because he got exposed yet again. It never ends for him. He was talking shit about J. Cole and Andre 3000 and speaking on NBA YoungBoy being hotter than J. Cole. He questioned why J. Cole wouldn't want to work with NBA YoungBoy. He said that people do not like J. Cole's music and you don't want to hear his ish anymore. And then in regards to Andre 3000, he said Andre used to be one of the biggest artists in the world, but you ain't helped nobody, you ain't put nobody on. Okay, so that's what Doug said in his phone call to somebody while he was in jail. Now, in my opinion, NBA YoungBoy is, popping, but I don't ever think his albums outsold J. Cole. Not to my knowledge. I don't think there's ever been a time where he's outselling J. Cole when it comes to album sales. And he's definitely not a better artist than J. Cole. So we can just nip that in the bud. As for Andre 3000, I feel like Andre 3000 and Outkast put Atlanta on. So I feel like to shade Andre 3000 is just blasphemy. Because I'm like, Andre is a GOAT. And we gotta respect, the GOATs in the game. Now, he also dissed Future. I'm like, goodness gracious, who didn't he talk about in jail? Now, he said Future is 38, 39, all the kids grown, just smacking straight, young-ish, player-ish. But Pluto really gotta settle down and be with all his kids. And then he also got exposed for talking about Champagne Thickums, saying that Champagne Thickums should have helped him out of jail and went to spoke with the president. I'm thinking Champagne Thickums is Canadian. How is he going to speak to the president? Is he even a citizen? I don't even understand that. That was a little bit weird to me. And then on top of that, he also called out Champagne Thickums for having issues with Metro because allegedly Champagne Thickums said he did not care about Metro Boomin's mother passing. Okay, he was talking shit about Metro too. It seems as though he talking about everybody. He do not give an F. Everybody gonna get it. I wonder what he gonna say about Nicki. Then he released a song, or he leaked the song. I don't believe that it just magically came out. I think he intentionally leaked the record, and it's called Closing Arguments, and he's calling Gunna and a bunch of other people rats. Meanwhile, you are a rat too. Not only do you gossip on phone calls and talk about women, but you also have an interrogation interview where you're literally snitching. So I don't understand how you can call other people rats when you are one too. You just got exposed for it last week. Stop. Young Thug's legacy is ruined. I no longer want to listen to his music. He's been removed out of my playlist. Haven't listened to any of his recent music anyway. And I honestly think that people need to start working with Gunna and leave Young Thug alone. But anyway, I got some very hot tea on the chart obsessed racists and Universal. What's going on between them behind the scenes, who tried to off Tamar Braxton, and why the industry execs are done with Young Thug. Link will be in the description. I hope you guys have a great day.